This is Arica in the 16th century. The site of the church in the background is on higher ground. It's 200 steps away. I'm standing on the edge of the main road, which must have been the beginning of the beach. And this is north of the Moro, the 110-meter high majestic landmark. And the 20 houses would have been right in front of the camera as it's panning between here and the church. This is the shoreline, and the building across the road is the customs house. That would have been built on reclaimed land, and beyond the wall is the harbour. So this is the epicenter of the activity, where a call of arms was made to defend the town against the English interloper, the privateer. A Spaniard very cleverly replied to me, or a Chilean person I should say, if the word privateer doesn't exist in our dictionaries because you had to make it up as a substitute word for buccaneering or being a pirate. Not a bad answer, is it? So I'm not standing amid ruins such as Cartagena, which Drake captured in 1586, or Santo Domingo in 1585. This is the site of Arica, as it was called to arms. Now that church in the background was designed by a man called Monsieur Eiffel, who went on to design the Eiffel Tower. The church that's here was brought here from France in pieces, so it was assembled. It's undergoing reconstruction, but I do have a good photograph of it from previous years. But it's interesting to be here because this big square was the beating heart of Arica in 1579, which beat even faster when they saw Drake and his men in 2 boats launching an assault. It's not very often that Drake had to abort a raid, but this was one of them. Drake knew when to fight and when to withdraw and fight another day. I'm standing right in front of the church, which is undergoing 1 year of restoration. The building in the far left background is on the other side of the road, so that's right on the waterfront. And we're looking downhill, so you can get an appreciation of the size of the towns that Drake captured. They were nothing more than villages compared to what we know today. So he was totally unexpected. The Spaniards hadn't been put to test as far as formation of their defensive forces and the use of their weapons. Drake was the first person to attack the west coast of South America and Central America and Mexico. That's why he was so successful. But his high-class political enemies negated his achievements by saying, well, it's very easy to rob off defenseless people or ships with no cannons, or when you're not expected, or no one has had to form a defensive procedure before you arrive, so it was very easy to just rob mere defenseless colonists. That was Drake's success.